Welcome to M Experience mobile application. This application is developed using native Java, as you can see from there. This is the code. So, so this is the first page you you hit once you log into the application. So I'm just going to demonstrate briefly about the app. And so the main activity is here. We have our main activity, and when then the others activity or they extended from there. So we just log in with the username and password, and then see, and then so we are already on the dashboard. So once you are here in the app, you are able to add the trips. Just like you can see, be able to see the trips. So I just have one trip, like in this situation, this scenario. This scenario, I have just one. The case is you just click this button, which is implemented using native, as I had mentioned. So we have an activity, a main activity. So we are persisting the data on SQL, and so for that reason we have some models to be able to expose the interfaces or the properties of this class expenses. So this is how our data is. These are the fields. So this is a constructor, and then it's initiated every time uh, we start this application. I think I have to restart the app since it's hanging. But we just click wait, and then can resume. So the database mapper is this one, as I said. So the format of the database of SQL adapter, and then we create all these properties like trip expenses and all that, and then we're exposing it to JSON API. So let's see how to add a trip. The name of trip. Let's see, we can call it visit Nairobi. SAM. And then you select this department. Let's say UK. Your sales, and then destination. This one should be Nairobi for that Nairobi. The date. Yeah, we have a date picker of which we have. You can just select today or another day. So the date picker is implemented in this. You see, we have this class strip extend, and then it takes 86 of the property, the edit text, which one we are working on right now. This edit text, and it also has a adapter. This trip, this adapter send this all to JSON endpoint. So the interpretation, this is also on create handler is able to take all these fields. So and then by we are mapping this all this ID. Now when this find by ID, we are mapping this. Let's say sales. This is a pattern where we map it to. Let's go to this field. On click listener. This is an activity. Once let's say we click this one, it's able to the Android Java using the core API is able to call this invoke this method on click, and then it will start. Is able to start intent is an action that you intend to start. That one when we start for this when it is done, it's going to call this it's just going to call this view. The view now in this case we are enunciating a new attribute. When we call this method, the method is strip new activity. It's going to start, and then it's going to end using the following the normal Android lifecycle methods of start and so on create and all that, on destroy and all that. So in this case we are calling this start, and then we are going to take or mapping all those attributes we get, and then put them in an array, and then we have a progress. So let's go, and then we see the amount. We could give it let's say we give it 100. the risk, we could say call it risk. Just give it risk, and then okay, now then I think there's a bug in the laptop, so the app has been running for quite long. So that's, I guess that's the reason why it's misbehaving. But generally, you should be able to add from that. You should be able to add the expense. So once you hit enter, so I think there's a field. Oops, there is. Okay, let's see. You should be able to enter. Okay, let's see. What would be distracting this? So we have the functionality to delete. So I don't want to delete. I just want to add. You see, if I add here, I add, and so they click that button. Application, you can say A B. Then I click yes. Destination A B. Department, we could say just finance or sales, whatever. Trip, A B trip. Let's showcase what I mean. I think the outfits have been entered, and yeah. So there is validation for that. How to now? So you can change the keyboard, and then you can be able to hit yes. Let me see. Just a second. That is for enter. So the trip has been added. I think I have to set a database for that to take place because I'm finding that the database is not persisted. Okay, persisted. I have to reset the database. There is an issue, I think, with uh, one of these buttons, but generally, uh, when we reset, you can see I am logged in as a user John Doe, and then email, and then good to go. So this is a home, this is a find, and then you can search for, let's see, cop. You see, it's working. So that is implemented using a view. So inside the whole, so you have the main activity, which is extensive view, and then you have one create view. So we have this navigation, button navigation, but then we have the login. I think I showed this one before. We have the search, as we have the listeners, the events which happens when an activity is clicked, the item view. So these are just help us to be able to command task interface. And then this is the background. This is for async threads. So we are doing a RPC call to the server. You could have a HTTP, or you could have a JSON, you could have a gRPC, you could have whatever format you're doing. But in this case, it's a HTTP request and response query. So in this case, we're just checking if we are having this method. So this class create trip is working on the background. Once we create, then once it is able to do that, it's going to take all this, capture all this from the response we get from our API endpoint. So our API endpoint, which we had exposed through the adapter. So trip adapter, you can see from this section, all this intent, they're going to be all this intent item clicked. You're going to take all those and you're going to see send them. In this case, this is for this class itself is an adapter to be able to just to implement the functionality of so in this case is on bind. We are combining all the all the intents into one, and then taking all the fields, and then you see set item big listener, and then here we have get item count. So we count all the items that are loaded the trips, and then yeah. So let's go back. I don't want to set a base for now, but maybe uh, let me see. I think the main function for deleting the setting and adding have been implemented. Viewing trips, deleting and updating trips. So I think that's all.